Hi guys, and welcome back to another fly fishing video. This week sees me at Buell Water. I have not been here for some years, but I've come to compete in the AMFC on behalf of the Soldier Palmers. It's Group 1, Round 2. Buell's changed over the years and they now have a new fleet of boats which is often booked out at the weekend. It's become an any method fishery, the way a lot of local fisheries are going nowadays in order to survive. The boats are always booked out at the weekend, but the AMFC is booked well ahead of time in order for us to secure some boats for this match. There is also a new office where you pay for your tickets and there's various tackle available for people to buy. Lots of different coarse fishing tackle. The living legend, Hugh Frew, sailor, golfer,
legend,
ex-angler. And it was nice to pop into the shop. It was great to see old and new anglers alike. Some of these boys taught me how to fish, and it was grand to see them. Well into their 70s, it's great to see them still looking for a little bit of competition. Getting the kit onto the boat is always a bit of a chore. We seem to carry so much equipment nowadays just for a day's fishing, but this is the price you pay in order to compete. Today I'll be sharing a boat with Keith Lawrence. He is the captain of Tunbridge Wells and a local lad that has fished Buell for many years. He drew the engine and I was pleased enough with that. Reports of the previous day's fishing seem a little exaggerated. Some people were telling me that they'd caught 90 fish to the boat. Others had said 48, 50, which seems a little excessive for a practice day, but I took them at their word and Keith had no reason to disbelieve them either. So we followed the Armada out into the main basin. From my past experiences of Buell Water, the sun and the wind do not make for good bedfellows when it comes to fishing at Buell, and we were in for bags of both. Setting the drogue is often the responsibility of the angler that is given the point, but on some occasions, the angler that is driving the boat likes to use their own drogue and will operate the drogue as well as drive the engine. But on this occasion, I was happy enough to use my drogue and let Keith do the driving. Before I'd even cast a line, I could see the boat in front of me, which was Hugh Frew, catch a fish straight from the get-go. It must have been one of his first casts. I was later to find out that that fish had fallen off and Hugh went on to have a really tough day. It wasn't long before I found some sport of my own and I was off the mark. Yeah, more or less. Fucking straight off the boat. Just about. There you go, man. How hard work is that?
Everybody goes in blind to dwell in shadows, hunted in the night, taken to the gallows. If you find yourself alone, do not be troubled.
I can see the fly hanging out the side of your jaw.
Upon her palace paradise, easy on the
another pot. Maybe not. The most consistent tactic for me was a fast glass. I fished a 22-foot leader. I had a booby on the point, which was mostly candy floss booby, and then up from that I had 2 cormorants, and then on the top dropper I fished a pink and orange fab. I'm surprised we're catching fish at this time of day, to be honest.
Or not.
The wind was going to be a problem. It was a bit gusty and at times I nearly lost my hat. It was time to tighten up the band. But after having a word with the chairman, who had finished at 1:15, which was an extraordinary achievement considering the conditions, I went back to my fast glass. Now, with the wind and the sun, your line can get knotted, and a good way of alleviating this is to get it back in the water and get it wet before you untangle. I'll take 9 on a tough day. But a few boys got not 5, mate, is what I would say. All too soon, it was time to go in. You really have to pay attention to the timings, because where you are on the water is no excuse for being back late, and I've seen many boats over the years disqualified for such. So we were only about 10 minutes away, but I wanted to make sure that I could get my kit packed away before we got back to the carnage, which is the boat dock at the end of a match. I certainly had my chances to bag up that day, and so did Keith, my partner. And I think this was the story of the field. Many people had lost fish and reported lots of fish coming short. I finished up with 9 fish, which, considering the conditions and the rest of the field, I was very pleased with. My partner finished on 6, which was a very credible total. Many anglers finished with much fewer. It was a good day, like. Fishing wasn't easy. The AMFC is a relaxed and friendly competition, and if you're thinking about breaking into the competition circuit, then there's no better way, and I can thoroughly recommend joining one of your major clubs and taking part in the AMFC. Perhaps we'll share a boat together one day. Oh, you're right.
Yep, cheers for a great day.
Cheers, Keith.
I'll sign your chitty up there.
Yes, no worries, mate.